Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today we start what will probably be a long series looking at the new commanders from Marvel. No, I won't be doing all of them, that would take me a year and a half. No, I'm not being hyperbolic either. The set has like 700 new cards, and half of them are legendary creatures, counting the ones from the commander set. I make about 250 videos a year, so it would take me over a year to get through all of them. So we're just going to do the ones that catch my eye. At least until The Hobbit and Reality Fracture come out later this year. Leading today's deck, as I'm sure you saw from the thumbnail, is Black Bolt, Inhuman King. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Black Bolt, Inhuman King is a 4-mana 3/3 legendary Inhuman Noble hero with flying. Whenever we cast a non-creature spell, Black Bolt gets +2/+2 until the end of turn. Additionally, whenever Black Bolt becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, he destroys target non-land permanent that player controls. I really like the flavor of this commander. Now, I'm mostly familiar with Marvel prior to the Image incident, so I didn't really get into the Inhumans that much. I know about him, and of course, I've seen Multiverse of Madness as well as some of the Inhumans TV show. But I never had much interest in the Inhumans. Why? The main reason they got pushed so hard by Marvel was because of copyright issues involving the X-Men and Fox. But I do like heroes who are so powerful that their power has drawbacks. Theoretically, Black Bolt would destroy the Earth if one of the more prank-oriented villains got him to sneeze. Well, maybe not all of Earth, but at least a city or two. Okay, so what we've got is basically a Voltron deck. Sort of. But instead of casting a bunch of auras and equipment, I decided to have some fun with this commander. We're a Spellslinger deck. We're not generating infinite combos, we're not drawing through our deck to win that way. I wanted something fun and aggressive, but not expensive. We're a budget bracket 2 deck. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, BCW. BCW has been making high-quality, cost-effective products for both collectors and retailers for over 40 years. If you want to store, display, or sort your cards, check them out. I've been using their inner sleeves for years now and never had an issue. Be sure to click the link down below and use code DANON10 for a 10% discount on your order. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Our land base consists of Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Glacial Fortress, Glacial Floodplain, Idyllic Beachfront, Prairie Stream, Irrigated Farmland, Skycloud Expanse, Mystic Gate, Adarkar Wastes, Hengegate Pathway, Port Town, Temple of Enlightenment, Razortide Bridge, Azorius Guildgate, Azorius Chancery, Scavenger Grounds, Myriad Landscape, Evolving Wilds, Terramorphic Expanse, 7 Plains, and 7 Islands. Now, some of you don't like dual-colored lands that come into play tapped, and that is fair. But I want you to hear my argument. Evolving Wilds is great for color fixing, and it puts a basic into play tapped. Next turn, that land will tap for a single color of mana. Meanwhile, a card like Azorius Guildgate comes into play tapped, but next turn it'll tap for either blue or white mana. Obviously there are good lands that come into play untapped, but those are expensive, and we're a budget deck. Our mana ramp package consists of Sword of the Animist, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Talisman of Progress, Azorius Signet, Marble Diamond, Sky Diamond, Mind Stone, Felwar Stone, Thought Vessel, Chromatic Lantern, Gilded Lotus, and Midnight Clock. Lots of ways to stay ahead of the curve and cast multiple spells per turn. For card advantage, we're running Windfall, Archmage Emeritus, Teferi's Ageless Insight, Factor Fiction, Curiosity, Pull from Tomorrow, Blue Sun Zenith, and Concentrate. Additionally, we have a small cantrip package in Frantic Search, Ponder, Pongify, Preordain, Opt, Consider, Gataxian Probe, Serum Visions, and Thought Scour. Again, lots of ways to pump our commander. For interaction and spot removal, we're running Swords to Plowshares, Path to Exile, Counterspell, An Offer You Can't Refuse, Negate, Arcane Denial, Generous Gift, Stroke of Midnight, Dovin's Veto, Snap, Reality Shift, Ghostly Prison, Narset's Reversal, Darksteel Mutation, Imprisoned in the Moon, and Commit Memory. Some counter magic, some spot removal, and some shenanigans, as is right and proper. Our board wipes consist of Austere Command, Aetherize, Single Combat, and Supreme Verdict. Mostly flexible or one-sided, but sometimes you just gotta make the sacrifice play and destroy everything. The core of our deck consists of Ghostly Flicker, Adamant Will, Shore Up, Lauren's Escape, God's Willing, Shelter, All the Glitters, Aqueous Form, Ethereal Armor, Eldrazi Conscription, Timely Ward, Sage's Reverie, Unquestioned Authority, Hyena Umbra, and Octopus Umbra. Only a few auras, but enough to help us close out the game. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 47 mana sources split between 34 lands and 13 pieces of ramp. Light, I know, but it's fine because we also have 17 pieces of card advantage, counting our 9 cantrips. Those cantrips are what allow us to cut a few lands and still be able to play and hit land drops. 16 pieces of interaction, 4 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate in Commit Memory and Scavenger Grounds, 1 Sudden I Win card in Eldrazi Conscription. Okay, so Eldrazi Conscription doesn't win us the game by itself, which is fine. But what it does do is make our commander huge. The turn we attack with him after we've cast Eldrazi Conscription, he'll be a 15/15. 3 base, 2 additional from casting a non-creature spell, plus 10 more from the enchantment. That should help us to close out games rather quickly. Are you building a Black Bolt Inhuman King deck? What's your secret deck tech? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cute Stuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Damon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also want to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alex, Robert, Pi, Kazaris, Patrick, Boomy, Osra, Justin, Sleech, Luke, Mr. Salty, Daniel, Bryan, and Enra Waka, Talathia, and Azander. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.